The last thing we want to do is create a intro screen. So in layouts, add a layout. We want to add an event sheet with that. So we'll call this intro, put it at the top because it kind of defaults to this hierarchical level. I've got a lot of kind of event sheets here. So let's just check which ones are one. So let's rename that game. I'm going to delete this one because we don't need it anymore. And so you can check which event sheet that it uses. So you can set the event sheet there, game, in the layout. So if I go to the layout, in the layout properties, it tells me what event sheet it uses. So that uses event sheet 3. So let's create the event sheet 3. Let's rename that intro. And so, so it's now using that event sheet. So on the intro doodle, I'm just going to drag that there. And I'm just going to insert a new object, which is a background, tile background. And there, and I've made a title screen. So let's just drag that out until it fills the screen. And on the event sheet intro, we add an event, which is this keyboard. On any key pressed, we want to go to layout, level 1. So let's go to the intro page, press play, press a key, and we're in the game. I'm also going to have some background music as well to the game. So I go back into the game event sheet, and audio, sounds, import sounds, and I should have this track here. Open. There we go. Import. Okay. I'm just going to add another event just at the bottom. And on system, on the start of the layout, you're going to play the track, but it is going to loop this time. I don't know how to set the volume -20 for now. But what we want to do is tell it to stop when the player dies and restart. So when the player dies, let's find that. Player hit points. And when the player turns into the player death object, there we go. So audio, stop. Oh, I haven't given it a tag. Hang on. Let's go back to the bottom. Let's give that the tag BG music. That hit points, audio, and stop BG music. So in the game, if we go to the vertical shmup, first layout, default, right, we need to change that to the intro. So when we play it, it'll come up with the intro first, hopefully, and then the music will start, and then when you die, the music stops and it starts again. So you can set music for different layouts and, different events. Like it could be when the boss appears, you could use the triggering mechanism for that. Where has it gone? Blah, 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 boss bug. So, when the boss starts moving, you can tell the background music to stop, and then start a new piece of background music. What you've always got to remember, though, with a looping piece of sound is that you've got to tell it to stop at some point. Otherwise, every time you kind of play that, it'll keep playing it and just build up these sort of looping layers of sound. So wherever you kind of place looping sound, make sure you've also created something that tells it to stop playing.